And look at all these things that nobody ever nails down for unclear reasons. Holy shit, the fact that nobody stops me when I go back here is incredible. You really think they'd have some kind of lock on this door? Light pistol? Yes. Anything else? Anti-Brucillian. Nope. Just in case. Oop. Ooh. Somebody was leaving goodies for me. General store. Hello, general store.
It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice. And before you ask, I'm all out of deluxe salt tuna. All I've got is gourmet.
That sounds horrifying. I need to fix the ship. Know where I can find parts?
You ought to go have a talk with the boss, Reed Thompson. He's up in his tower above the cannery.
Let me see what you're selling.
Music to my ears.
Okay, so he sells pretty much every gun that we've seen so far. Anything else? Maxwell. One-handed melee, hammer, knockdown. Let's see. So, what's the difference? Looks like it just does a little bit more damage than what I currently do. I don't have enough. There's also the mining helmet. And a worker outfit. Grounded. Armor mod, armoring. Increases body armor and helmet armor ratings against shock damage. Let's see. Mechanics overalls. Seems kind of decent. I think I'm going to keep going. Maxwell seems like an alright hammer, but I'm finding it hard to care to some degree. Okay, let's sell some of these light pistols. I'm just going to sell the shotgun. Bolter pistol. That's my revolver. I'm probably going to hold on to that. Just figured I'd get rid of some items. So I'm pretty sure if I actually tried to hack this, he'd get mad. He did not. I can't believe I can just do this. I think it's a reference to the Beatles, Maxwell's silver hammer. Huh. Now, does this guy turn around to look at me? Ever? I'm just behind this guy. Okay, doesn't work so hot. Abscond? So what else have we got? We've got... whatever this is. Seems to be some kind of creepy pseudo-church.
Hey there, Mary.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max if you're the sort who prefers brevity. I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling? This season's tossball predictions? The quickest way out of town?
Looking for a power regulator.
Mechanical tomfoolery is well out of my purview. I suggest you take such matters to Mr. Thompson in the cannery. Oh, and a word of warning. If you're considering wandering around outside the safety of the town, you'd best be cautious.
I've been outside. I'm not impressed. I can handle myself better than a vicar.
The marauders I met when I ventured outside the walls might agree with you. Bastards snuck up on me while I was dutifully hunting for a banned book in a collector's library. Barely escaped with my life. But you see, one of the reasons I transferred here was to get my hands on that heretical text. If you managed to acquire it for me, I'd pay quite a handsome sum for the book.
And why would a vicar want to be after a banned heretical book?
I just want to keep the writing out of layman's hands. It wouldn't do for such information to fall into public consumption.
You make a compelling argument.
Glad we see eye to eye. It's a handwritten journal, a faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious?
I'll look for the book, or need to know more about the book before I agree to this.
It's not only a beautiful relic of a bygone time, it's also the thoughts of an early thinker on the nature of man's place in the cosmos. Not many in this colony could understand its true value, should they ever read it.
I'll look for the book.
Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
Last big game I heard of Obsidian working on, besides Outer Worlds, was Fallout New Vegas. Yep. Previous games they've worked on more recently were, Pillars of Eternity 1 and 2. They, along with Larian, are responsible for the return of CRPGs as a genre, effectively. There were a couple here and there, but Obsidians and Larians are by and far the best. So, if you're into anything that's even remotely similar to... Ooh, look at this. Anything remotely similar to, like, Baldur's Gate or whatever, Obsidian is one of the two companies that you probably want to try the game from. I have no idea what that did. Jumping puzzle. And a bat at it. Alright, whatever. Let's see. What's a CRPG? It stands for Computer RPG. I always assumed it was classic, but no, it's computer. Yep, that man did not notice. I'm a master criminal. There's a grenade launcher here. Holy shit. Alright. You know what? While we're here. Inventory, armor. Let's see. Skill bonus, dodge. Ooh, that's pretty good too. I might want this, because this doesn't come with a negative. I like the Elite Troop armor. But losing the stealth skills is pretty painful. And this armor looks not half bad. Okay, so this is the cannery officially. Heck me. Seems like the whole place is kind of messed up. Oh, God. Do they can sprats? Is the salt tuna just sprats? It is, isn't it? Ooh. One left hand, severed to the wrist, some bone damage. People, this is our second unscheduled amputation in as many months. Please exercise caution and safety around machinery. Maintenance fees will be deducted from your pay. Holy crap, I don't like this place. Do I just get EXP for every vending machine I find? Because if so, that's awesome. I'm glad this doesn't do the thing where everything is just listed as contraband if you've nicked it. Let's see. Yeah, the extra stealth skills from the riot control armor would be nice. But I think I'm pretty happy with what I've got. Let's see, try not to sell or break down your modified equipment. I generally try not to. Okay, that is barred. Looks like I might not be able to get in there. I'm just going to leave a swath of looted items in my wake. Oh, that's probably an explosive barrel. I guess it kind of makes sense. You probably have the option of exploding. Let me guess. It's another one. Did the sprats break this thing? Yeah. So that's also messed up. Why are all of the power regulators around here just awful? Why are they all busted? Does nobody have a functional power regulator? Let's see. Wander, how's your day been? Good. Very quiet. I woke up very early because I have to. Because I'm getting on a plane very early on Saturday, and I'm not looking forward to that. But it means I need to adjust my sleep schedule so I'm not a complete zombie for my friend's wedding on Sunday. Okay. Oh, another vending machine. What else do we have here? Pretty much nothing. Anything on the terminal? Nah. Not really too much. Elevator. Oh, regulars are not broken. It's just turned on. Ah, that makes sense. I wonder if I could just steal it then.
The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just try using small words for me.
The cans bust open in the oven because she's set to cook saltuna, which isn't what we've got. Mr. Thompson? I think there's someone here to see you.
Focus, Miss Holcomb. You and I are still talking. Let's start over. Walk me through the process. Show me where it's going awry.
Well, sure. It's, mostly on account of what we're feeding into the mechanism.
It puts food in cans. We have food, we have cans. Why won't it work like we need?
She's expecting saltuna of a certain size. We're filling the cans with, well, not fish.
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
Are you Reed? I was told I should talk to you.
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform.
I don't work for Spacer's Choice.
Of course not. I don't have that kind of luck. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
My ship needs repairs. I'm looking for a power regulator.
Only regulator we've got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
Let's hear it.
There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
I know the place with the greenhouse, right?
That's right, you've been there. Good. That gives me hope. I have nothing against Adelaide and her followers, you see. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
Why?
Edgewater is struggling. We haven't hit our production quota in years. If we don't meet our quotas this year, the company might shut us down for good. I need those workers back at their stations.
None of what you're telling me is my problem.
It's our problem, not yours, but I'm asking for your help. If those workers don't come back, Edgewater is going to collapse. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
I've seen these deserters.
You spoke with them? Are they keeping well?
Well, you should go see for yourself.
Believe me, I have tried. Law knows I have tried, but they will not have audience with me. Nonetheless, they did speak to you, or at the very least, refrained from opening fire on you. That is reason enough for hope.
Can't make any promises.
Of course, I understand completely. Here, let me give you the passcode to the geothermal plant. A sign of good faith, for so politely listening to me as I ramble on.
Are you setting off for the Vale? because I know my way around. I mean, in case you want a guide. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you.
Sure, I could use the company.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Let's get going. Companions! Gain a companion. These are characters that join you in your adventures and help in a variety of ways. Companions provide combat support, and skills enhance your skills. They increase your carrying capacity. Yes! You can unlock special companion combat abilities with the Inspiration skill. Learn more about companions in the Companion Ledger. How much carrying capacity do I have? 10 pounds. Wow, never mind. Not so useful. What about character skills? Let's see. Enhances my skills. Woo, she's a nice... Plus 10 bonus to engineering. Decent amount on lockpicking. Persuade. Yeah, alright, I like her. I'm not big on that hairdo, ever. Never have been. It's too... up. And she just warps in with me. Okay.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk.
That's probably a good plan. We can go in your house. I just looted it for everything that I generally loot.
Hey, mister, can we talk? Sorry. Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just... Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
Figures, Reed didn't exactly strike me as the most honest soul. He didn't seem like scum. He just seemed like an absolute corporate stooge. And, like, it's kind of interesting that, yeah, he's not the character I generally would want to support, but he wasn't an absolute evil person either. He's just a guy that ultimately wants to keep his job and will do more or less anything he can to do it that isn't, like, directly evil. Just immoral-ish, which I kind of like. Anyway, didn't strike me as the most honest soul.
Oh, he ain't a liar. He believes every word he says. It's just, he doesn't always get where other folk are talking from. To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
How well did you know the deserters? You worked with them? You were friends, or what?
I don't know anybody well. I mostly listened to them talk, kept my head down. There was a boy named Thomas who used to follow me around, asking questions about the stuff I fixed. He was real sweet to me. Not any sort of dissident.
Do you know the Adelaide Reed mentioned?
Miss McDevitt? Oh, gosh, no. She was a real important person. A flavorist. Made all the food taste decent. She used to work up in the big office with Mr. Thompson. All I know is she left after her son died. It was a real big to-do. I could hear them both yelling clear from my own place.
You can't leave it at that. Why were they arguing?
Can't say as I know. I wasn't there. The sound carried, but not the words. If Mr. Thompson ain't of a mind to tell you his own self, you'd best ask Miss McDevitt, if he can get out to her.
Can't blame anybody for wanting to leave. This town's got issues.
Life's hard here. Especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
Let's see. What do you need to talk to the vicar about? Flipping a switches in your power mill? Or in your power mill? Alright, met the vicar. He asked me to find a book for him.
Books are for rich folk. I wonder what he wants with something like that.
We can stop by.
Thanks, mister. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
Alright, let's go find this guy. I'm liking this so far. Like, I'm glad that I got to just go completely off script for a while and loot and rob stuff. But the characters are immediately approachable. The problems are honestly kind of basic.
Weird in here.
But I appreciate that.
Clean.
Anyway, sup, Max?
Any progress on that matter we discussed? Ah, Miss Holcomb. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
This here's Vicar DeSoto. He's always offering spiritual counsel to those that need it.
Thank you for the kind assessment, Miss Holcomb. I admit, I've been quite interested to make our outsider's acquaintance.
Haven't found your book yet.
Please get it.
Let's see. Of course, but I had something I wanted to ask you.
What would you like to discuss?
Parvati wanted to talk to you about what Reed asked us to do.
But what? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do?
Cut off the power to Adelaide's deserters.
Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
Can Parvati get that treated by a sawbones?
I see today we'll be conversing without metaphors. I'd guess her condition is incurable. It's unlikely to be fatal, but she may feel more heartache than most.
Could you maybe stop talking about me like I'm some kind of weird bug?
What do you think of Adelaide's group, Vicar?
They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a responsible life choice?
So what do you advise?
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
That even possible?
Not if things are left to stand as they are.
Alright, bye. Not too much useful information. Let's see. Do we have anything else while we're here? General store, Spacer's Choice Cantina. A couple of these, and that. Also, question, inventory. Can I go into Parvati's stuff? Oh. Spacer's Choice finds me agreeable. Cool. So there's no way that I can... Oh, Parvati, here we go. Companion Ledger. Shows you everything you need to know about your companions to see their gear, stat, skills... Okay, change your companion's gear. Select the item you want to swap out. Perfect. Change how they behave in combat. Awesome. Can I change her armor? Can I have heavy metal... Parvati? Like this. We'll get her a helmet. We'll get everybody helmets. Yep, heavy metal Parvati. Perfect. Okay, so let's go to the general store. They probably have a helmet for me.
I'm not allowed in here. Not since the vending machine incident.
And
Holcomb, got my eye on you, girl. Miss Holcomb ain't allowed in this establishment. Not since that little incident.
what incident?
Ask her if you care. I'm running a business here.
I won't touch anything while we're in here, Mr. Moreau. I promise.
Let's see. Let's see what you're selling.
Music to my ears.
Okay, does he have a rad helmet? Where's the ballistics? I was really hoping for one of the heavier looking things. We'll go with the vending machine, because I don't want to do any of that.
Where are we headed?
mentioned something earlier I wanted to
You
ask
mean
about.
the mission being too clean?
Isn't it supposed to be clean? It's church.
I know, but Vicker says the universe is a machine, that it runs by law. Real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits. You can tell they've seen handling, been used by folk. The machine Vicker sees is one ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a museum shelf, under glass.
You're a mechanic. Whenever you see a machine, it's in need of fixing.
Fixing the universe is a job for somebody way better than the likes of me.
Why aren't you allowed in Moreau's store anymore?
There was a kind of a thing with a vending machine when I was 12.
You were a kid. That must have been forever ago.
Sure, but folks got long memories around here. I've always been good with my hands, right? So I saw a lock on the machine and thought, oh, this must be how they refill it. But I had to know. So I did my thing, and next thing I know, there's a couple hundred bottles of 0G rolling out the front door and into the road.
Chuckle.
It's not funny. Right about then, a bunch of loaders came rolling in the gate, fresh off the Saltuna ships. And Mr. Thompson was up on the porch making a speech about how everyone would have to volunteer a third shift to get it all canned. Anyhow, you ever seen an auto loader run over a bottle of 0G?
And it exploded all over him. Oh no. Go on.
Exploded all over Mr. Thompson. One bottle after another as the loaders went by. I was just shy of working age, so Dad had to pay all the damages. Moreau's still angry at me. I can laugh about it now, but I just about puked up my guts in terror in the moment. That's the one time I ever made Mr. Thompson look a fool.
Alright. We're gonna make him look like a super fool.
Another day at the
But
cannery.
first, Barbershop?
Oh, I cut my own hair. But
Please don't touch anything. Physical
Huh.
hygiene.
Let's see. Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness. I can show you my hands!
No, thank you. That's quite all right. I've seen enough body parts in my line of work. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment.
Prepare remains for what?
Burial, in the unfortunate event of a fatality. It's what a barber does. We make you presentable.
Questions?
Go ahead.
What do you know about this plague?
The plague's come at us with a vengeance this year. Lost 6 workers in as many months. I wouldn't call them good workers, mind you. If they were any good, they'd have been treated. Still, it is a shame.
What are the symptoms?
Fever, chills, fatigue, aching, vomiting, an excess of phlegm, a tendency towards belly aching.
Why don't you treat all your workers?
Company policy, friend. We don't have enough medicine to treat all of us, so we treat the best among us.
Whose idea was that?
Mr. Thompson's brainchild. Have you met him yet? Thoughtful-looking fellow, stares out of his office most hours.
You seem pretty enthusiastic about this place.
Edgewater has been good to me. I consider myself privileged to work here. I am never wanting for work, not since the plague started.
Sounds exhausting.
As the good vicar says, work fortifies the spirit of a man. If you want to feel exhausted, try not having any work.
Bye. Pipes. Problem is, she will mess with doors. Ooh, what's this? Conrad, receptionist shot himself. This is bad. Company is going to have to call it what it is. Destruction of Spacer's Choice property. Eugene was an asset, and someone has to pay his body price. This is going to ruin us. So I was thinking we pawn off his teeth. Eugene had a full set of gold teeth. Heirlooms passed down his family or something. You're processing his body, right? Just dig around and pry him out. We'll sell the teeth somewhere nice and quiet, use the bits to pay his body price, and nobody's the wiser. What do you think? Don't write back. In fact, don't call me at all. Just give me a special signal next time you see me. Waggle your eyebrows. Phyllis G. Man, old Philly G, you live in a trash town. This here's a trash town. Everybody here, pretty damn trash. What else do we have? I mean, I could keep rating things, but I think we've spent enough time goofing around here. Let's quickly use the workbench. Let's see if there's any mods that I can put on this hammer. Makes it so it's a plasma hammer. Why not? Plasma hammer sounds fun. Okay, what else can we do? We got a bolter pistol. What can I do with this? Increases critical damage dealt. Or, let's see. Changes the damage to plasma, which I think it already does. Oh, wait. No, as far as I can tell, that does nothing useful. So we have a grenade launcher. We also have a hunting rifle. Pretty good. No, I can't mess with that. What can I do with this one? So, power or an extendo sight. Oh, mod's already installed. Hell yeah.
Where the magic happens? Well, science. But it still happens.
Okay, so next up, I was going to quickly go in here. Grab one of these vending machines that we saw. Oh, yeah, there it is. There's the good stuff. Okay, so inventory. We are good. We want to do Parvati. Alright. Heavy metal friend time. Let's go. Are there any other side quests I should be aware of before I leave? I might as well ask that for people that know, just so I don't waste my time coming back. Because if there's anybody else I've missed, awesome. If not, cool, I'll get out of here. See, is this game out now? Yes, it is out on the Epic Games Store. It is also out on consoles, and if you have the Xbox, or the, what is it? It's the Microsoft subscription fee. Effectively, you sub to their service and you just get free games.
When I was little, we'd get freighters in every Sunday noon. Now they only come but once a month. I love the wind here.
Yeah, there we go. The Game Pass. Yeah, if you've got the Game Pass, by the way, you can get the Game Pass for approximately $1 right now, I think. Whatever it is, it's like dirt cheap, and this game's just included as part of that. So yeah, if any of you guys... That was a Tremor Cleaver. If any of you guys do want to play this, and you don't want to spend a whole lot of money on it, the Xbox Game Pass is actually a really good way to do it. Assuming that you're okay with that sort of thing. Otherwise, you can always just wait for it to come out on Steam as well, or many, many other things. Vending machines, multiple vending machines. What do you have? Ooh. Let's see, spade. Pretty much all the stuff that we already know about. What does this one have? Corrosion damage. Pretty much the usual stuff. I might try and get her a different helmet. One that does not block her face. But, whatever.
Wow, you got that.
Anyway, what do we have in here? Corporate technician just didn't care. That's kind of awesome. Waiting for the switch port. There's gonna be a switch port in this game? That's cool. I hadn't heard that much. Oh, no?
Yo! Oh. What do you think you're doing?
Let's see. Nothing at all.
I don't have time for this. Move along.
Oh, boy. I could just lie my way out of these things. That's even better. Oh, man. I can just be an absolute trash man. Let's see. Who cares? It was worth some reputation. Oh, did it cost me some rep? Oh, 1% negative reputation. That goes down over time, too. So, like... as long as I don't do it that often, I'm pretty much golden. Okay, so we can now transfer to here with our ship. Cool. As long as they don't shoot you. And even if they do shoot me, I can just run the heck away. Are there more vending machines here? There are. Cool. Most of these aren't really that useful for me, but still. Skill. Oh, yeah, we know about that. Okay, so there's a Tremor Cleaver. Got bleed. Has very high damage. There's also the shock cannon. Hits enemies with arcing electricity. That sounds rad. I'll probably wait until one of those drops, though. Okay, so we're here. There's probably more that I can futz with, but let's go check out these buildings on the periphery. And yeah, it didn't actually hurt our positive reputation with these people. Not that I really care about my reputation with them in the slightest. I'm probably going to actively try and ruin every corporate entity that I can come across that doesn't seem at least halfway moralistic, because, you know what? They all seem like dirt. Doesn't look like we've got too much here. Okay, oh, Edgewater Cemetery. This is a good thing that I stuck around for a hot second. What's this? It's like a big space mine kind of thing. Not a very large area. Do we go to the fast travel? Do we go to the botanics? Now, let's just cut a straight path over this direction. I don't know what that tower is. Okay, I got my shock baton. I got my plasma hammer. Why am I... oh. I apparently got... I got dazed there. I thought there was just one. Where does this put me? I have no idea. Hopefully I saved recently. That sucks.
Okay, gone quiet.
I wonder if the medicine... like, the medicine that I turned in is contraband. I wonder if that would have ended up here. That would have actually been really interesting if I could actually steal it back along the way. Yeah, it was after I lied. But no biggie. Okay, so I can now... I should be able to go here now. And I gotta remember, I'm not invincible yet. So I'll work on that. At some point... oh, that was apparently not stealing. Weird. Okay, nothing really over there, I think. Let's just keep compulsively quick saving. Let's go take this for a spin. I do have the, let's grab this. The Tremor Cleaver. Oh, Tremor Cleaver does significantly less damage, because it's very slow, I guess. Oh, one way or another. Should let me snipe some of the animals from, like, far away. Hopefully it'll work. Spacer weapons are cheaply made. Yeah, I kind of got that. I don't think I missed anything else. And who needs attack speed when you one-shot the enemy? I am pretty confident I'm not going to one-shot much of anything yet. These weapons are pretty bad.
I used to skip rocks in the river till Constable Reyes ticketed me for unlicensed terraforming. I think she was jealous. She don't know how to skip rocks her own self.
Okay, so this weapon just became amazing. Her screaming is a little on the loud side, but so be it. Is that all of them? That is all of them, in fact. Well, that was a lot easier, having a mobile distraction to just stick around with me. Okay, so what do they have in their hide? They also have that thing. Yeah, what do they got in their cave? Okay, did that clear the mines? Looks like it did. And now I don't have to worry about stealing anymore, because I'm no longer around anyone that would care.
Nice.
Journal of... Hey, it's the journal. Back anew. Okay, companion perks. Companion is leveled up and be granted a new perk. Go to the companion badge and select perks. Awesome. Okay, we got anything else around here? I don't know. I really like the explosions. Oh yeah, I should give her a weapon. What's a really good weapon? I'm thinking light assault rifle, maybe? And she's got a really good impact hammer, so that's probably fine. I could give her the sniper rifle, but I feel like just giving her a decent high DPS weapon is good. So extra engineering, reduced threat, more base health. Let's do extra engineering with her. I don't know when she gets skill points. Speaking of, I've got skill points. So this really cranks up my engineering skill. Unfortunately, I don't think I get any of the perks. Just the stat bonus. Okay, but I can repair weapons and armor in the inventory. What else do I want to invest in? Dialogue has helped considerably. Ranged would be nice. Though it seems to not affect damage at all. It's just crit chance and accuracy. Your hammer is better than yours, steal it. Nah, it's not. Yeah, I think I'm just going to invest into tech for now. It seems to be most applicably useful. Everything else kind of scales up with challenge. You can argue crit is damage. No, you're correct. But it's not like some other games that are like, your skill with one-handed weapons is garbage, therefore you do, like, no damage. I like this hammer. It's still pretty good. Okay, so what do these guys have? Not too much. I was expecting a little bit more out of that, but oh well. Let's see. There's something else over here? Is that all of this? Oh, that's just what this is. Transport wreckage and nothing more. Well, good thing I checked. Okay, what else do we have here? Because we have a couple of these, like, small buildings that I never went inside. And it's kind of in my best interest to check everything out in here. The hammer needs a rocket on the back. It really does. Oh, boy. Wow. I die really fast. But it's mainly those beasties. What was the last time I quick saved? It was somewhat recently. It wasn't that recently. Rise and shine. She is not the most aggressive, is she? Yeah, what is her AI set to? That's probably fine. Okay, let's try this again. Nothing in there. So, yeah, there wasn't stuff on this side. I don't quite remember where the murder monsters are. They were here. Okay. Huh. Interesting that the audio derped out there. Wow, these guys are really weak to plasma. And the sounds just shut off? Very strange. Oh, and is back. Okay. Yeah, I should probably level up my leadership skills at some point. Yeah, that was odd. First bug I've really run into, though, which is kind of nice.